Welcome to the October 26th edition of Nightly News, coming to you from Borgia's own Studio 2B. Here's some of the things you'll see on today's show. Borgia's first Food Truck Friday served up the tasty treats for a good cause. Students try to guess which faculty members got into the Halloween spirit as kids. We learn a little history behind St. Francis Borgia. And you showed us your spooky, scary dance moves, and we'll announce the winning advisement for the dance contest. We'll have all those stories and more on today's edition of Nightly News, and it all starts now. Welcome back to Nightly News. I'm Emma Coleman. Do you live a healthy lifestyle? Well, these 8th graders sure will. Borgia was able to host one of its long-standing traditions once again this year. Here's the story.
Healthy lifestyles has been a tradition at Borgia for many years, and this year it came back. From small group discussions to a concert, we had it all. This is Mr. Andrew Allen, one of the adult leaders, telling us who made this all possible.
First, we got the 5 core leaders who really it's their job to put on the retreat. The goal is to get the high schoolers to be as in charge of this as possible.
My favorite part about healthy lifestyles is seeing all the kids come together and have a good time. Just discussing, what's healthy and having an idea that it's okay to be healthy, it's good to be healthy, and seeing the high schoolers lead the 8th graders through all their games and just share their experiences with them and hopefully put them on the right path.
Just knowing that I'm doing something that the kids will probably remember for a long time, and I'm setting a good example.
Probably my favorite part of the Healthy Lifestyles retreat was getting all of the 8th graders to open up and get out of their shell so they can interact with each other and have fun.
I made some amazing friends, and I already made like a whole friend group already.
Reporting for Nightly News, I'm Emma Coleman.
So how much money did the students raise on one?
I have that total right here, $2,293.91. So that surpassed our $1,500 goal, meaning that the student body will receive a day off in the spring for their efforts. Borgia Giving Day proceeds go to our unrestricted fund. That funds things like educational programs, teacher development, spiritual development, tuition assistance, those sort of things. It helps in so many ways. A cool thing about Borgia Giving Day is that it affects the life here and the education of each and every student that attends Borgia, currently and in the future.
On Food Truck Friday, some of the food trucks we had was a hot dog food truck, a Big Woods food truck, and an ice cream food truck. The band put some classic rock.
So how's your Food Truck Friday experience going, and what made you decide to come out here?
So my Food Truck Friday experience is actually going pretty well. I got food from the hot dog guy over there. I'm gonna get some food from Destination Dessert, and I've got some popsicles. What made me come out here? Well, I like food truck food, and I like trying new things. So I was like, hey, let's just come out here. But also I wanted to support the Borgia community as well.
I'm Andrew Wolf, and this is Nightly News.
Borgia Athletics has had an eventful year so far. Nightly News gives you a recap on fall sports.
For the boys swim, they are currently 12-1. Their next meet is October 22nd at Farmington. Boys soccer is 2-17. Their next game is against Union here at Borgia on October 25th. Girls golf is 11-3, with Natalie Alferman finishing 13th in state. Way to finish strong, girls. Softball finished their season 8-17, losing to Ursuline 5-3 in the first round of districts. Girls volleyball finished 30-4 with their season, and kick off districts against Lafayette on October 25th next week. Football is currently 0-8. Their next game is at home against Carnahan on October 22nd. For your sports recap, I'm Daniel Schumacher for Nightly News.
Who was St. Francis Borgia? He grew up in an important family in 16th century in Spain.
Born in the year 1510, born in Spain, and born to a really wealthy, noble family, a lot of power and influence. His parents really wanted him to be a leader, to be a duke, to be a part of the quote-unquote family business. So they sent him off to Duke School and ended up meeting his wife there. He married her at the age of 19, so he and his wife had 8 kids together.
A series of events, including the death of his beloved wife, made him rethink. He gave up his public life and possessions and joined the little-known Society of Jesus. Religious life was the right choice.
He joins a newly formed religious order called the Jesuits, founded by Saint Ignatius of Loyola. He worked with them for about 13 years, was ordained a priest, and then became the superior general. That means like the top dog, the boss of the Jesuits, after Saint Ignatius passed away.
St. Francis Borgia focused on the growth of the Society of Jesus and spreading the faith. He's often regarded as the second founder of the Jesuits. He died in 1572 and was canonized, made a saint 100 years later.
One, like, how is he significant to all of us? That's dependent on us, right? Like, we say, St. Francis Borgia, pray for us, but how often do we recognize that we're actually talking to someone in heaven who is our patron, who is meant to pray for us, a friend, a companion, a leader. He is someone that we should ask for help. Whether we chose him or not, he is here as someone to pray for us. So that's one thing. But two, an incredible role model. Unlike most saints, he doesn't have any flashy stories. It's not like he floated when he prayed. It's not like he had this gruesome martyrdom where he was courageous in the midst of torture. It's not like he cured a bunch of people miraculously. St. Francis Borgia is known for doing some of the basic, ordinary things really well. He did it with such a devotion and love for God that it inspired the people around him. So one thing that we absolutely should take away is we don't have to be doing extraordinary things to live a life centered on God. Whether we're just here, going to class, doing our homework, right? We can do this in a radically holy and inspirational way if we live out of that encounter we've had with Jesus.
Sometimes the Lord reveals his plan for us in stages. Many people hear a call later in life to serve a different capacity. We never know what the Lord has in store for us.
For Nightly News, this is Aubrey Benick
and Julianne Long.
Hello, my name is Ty Quett, and with me here today is Emily Eagleman, the lead actress in the fall play We Live by the Sea. So what is this show about?
Basically, this show is about a 15-year-old girl named Katie and her struggles with dealing with other people because she has autism. And so, since autism, it's different from having Asperger's or a disability that's more obvious. So she looks and she just looks like everybody else, but she doesn't, her thought process and the way that everything is regimented is very different from the everyday person, and she's struggling with having other people understand her, and that's really all she wants. That's all she wants, is just a friend that's willing to understand her.
What is the importance of the show to you and of the character you're playing?
Well, it's very important to me because it definitely hits close to home because my oldest brother, Don, he's on the autism spectrum. And it's very important to me because I want to make sure that I'm not, like, the way that I'm portraying this character is not offensive to anybody in any way, but it's also just very important because the message is just very special because sometimes our perspectives can be so limited and we don't understand what it's like to have just a completely different, like, worldview, like everything, the way that Katie thinks and just the way she just acts. It's very, very different, and it's just a very important message that people need to be aware of.
When can we come see the show, and where can we get tickets for the show?
So, if you want to come see the show, it is the November 11th through the 13th. And if you want to buy tickets, you can get them at lunch, or you can get them at the door, or you can buy them early online at our.show/SFBRHS, or you can just type in on the stage Borgia, and then it'll take you to the homepage to buy tickets.
This is definitely a show you don't want to miss. The dates are the 11th through the 13th, and you can get the tickets at ourshow.sfbrhs, or you can go stop by at any lunch. This is definitely an opportunity you don't want to miss.
Who doesn't love a little Halloween trivia? Let's hear about the results of the Nightly News Halloween poll.
Based on this Halloween quiz, how do you think it went for most of the school?
For most of the school, I think it went pretty well. Scores are high.
How do you think you did?
Me personally, again, I think I did pretty well, tending to be with the rest of the school and do a high score.
What two countries popularized Halloween costumes for trick-or-treat?
I'm going to say Germany and the United States.
That is incorrect. The correct answers are Ireland and Scotland. What horror movie was the first American film to ever show a toilet on screen? Freddy Krueger, It, or Psycho?
I'm going to say Psycho.
That is correct. Pumpkins can be orange, white, green, and what other color? Purple, blue, or red?
Purple.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is blue. Now, based off of this test, do you think this test would be a good option for students to do next year?
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously some easy ones, but also some harder ones as well, so it's a good balance.
All right, thank you for your time.
All right, now that the Halloween quiz is finally over, we're going to be going over some of the results. Over 131 people responded, and over 125 people got most of the answers correct. I think this quiz was pretty tricky. Some people got it right, some people did good, some people did not do very good. But next year, I think we're going to do the same thing, and I hope you guys have a great Halloween.
Thanks, guys. Students aren't the only ones excited for Halloween. Can you guess these teachers in their childhood costumes?
Who is this teacher?
Mrs. Addison.
And who is that?
Mrs. Brasher.
Oh, okay. Oh. Do they teach subject?
Yes.
Yes? Oh man, their face looks very familiar too. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Who is this one?
I do not.
That is, Mrs. Eckelkamp.
That's Miss Mantle.
Oh.
Who is this teacher?
Any hints?
It's an actual teacher that teaches class. Doesn't teach you right now. Who is
Mr. X.
this teacher?
That teacher. Mr. Struckoff.
And is this Mr. Pelster?
That it? Who is this teacher?
Mr. Struckoff.
No, that is Mr. Pelster.
I know somebody that you could choose. What about me? What about me? What about me and you together? Something that could really last forever. What about me? What about me? What about me and you together? Something that could really last forever.
Well, we asked for your best dance moves, and you gave them to us. Did someone say spooky, scary skeletons?
Spooky, scary
skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight.
We're so sorry, skeletons, you're so misunderstood. You only want to socialize, but I don't think we should.
A spooky, scary skeleton shouts startling, shrilly screams. They'll sneak under sarcophagus and just won't leave you be. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek.
That's it for this broadcast of Nightly News. Reporting from Studio 2B, I'm Emma Coleman. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, Borgia, it's a great day to be a knight.